Yep, there it is up there. Stunning building, that one actually. Actually, warehouse gym is in there. They've got a poke bowl space in there as well. What else they got in here? There's a Pilates. It's core. So there's a few different fitness spaces in there. Precision Health, I believe, is in the building as well. So yeah, it's pretty nice, I have to say. If you've never been to Dubai Science Park, definitely get yourself down and take a look. So yeah, let me pop up in the bottom down here. Let me change that, give you a better view while we talk about this. I might give you this view over here. Check out this one. How's that for being nice? Okay, on top of that, remember, follow us on social media. FFP Travels.com is the website. FFP Travels across all social media is the a bit chilly at the moment, is the handle that you can use. But yeah, lots of coming in 2026. In fact, let me just remind you about this weekend. So there's the happening tomorrow. I get involved with that one. Today, though, is the Junior Fencing World Cup, and that's taking place in Fujairah at the Fujairah Martial Arts Club. Now we're just trying to send someone along there to get some coverage for you, to show what it's like, what's happening down there, because I've never actually been to a fencing event. I've never been part of one, and so I'd really like to go down and check it out, see what it's like, what's happening down there. But yeah, so again, it is a beautiful morning. I'm loving this. I just want to make sure I've got your guys' comments. If you do have comments, please put them in the comment section. Let us know your thoughts. I'm just going to double check the channel. Oh, Bidden, mate. If you do have comments, please put them in the comment section. I've got Bidden. Know your thoughts. Just seen you, mate, on there. I'm just going to double check. What are you going again? It's a good thing you're keeping an eye on it, my man. Oh, it's the. That's the thing about some of these places. The internet's not the best, and so it's about working out where we can get the best internet. Because in this day and age, even though we've got all this technology, so it's one of those spaces and places that needs to be worked on. This is where it starts from. Something as simple as this. Okay. This might cut out a little bit. In fact, I might have to go find another space. The internet's a little bit stronger. Here's something I want to show you before I carry on. So again, there's another reason why I do remote shows is we show you spaces like this. So right now there is it's a football space. Football people can use to get active. Back here as well, it's something to use. Oof. The internet's getting worse and worse as I walk around. There's bikes here you can actually use to go around the track as well. I want to show everybody this. Damn it. Shame. Okay, it is what it is. It's all part of developing the show. It's all part of growing, part of learning, developing, and so it's just, that's what it is. But here's Here's the courts again. Let me just jump up. No, is it any good there? No, it's still no good there. Oh, it's cutting now. There we go. Back to green. Maybe it's back to green. Looks like I had to sit down for a little bit while I do this. No, is it any good there? No, it's still no good there. Oh, it's cutting now. There we go. Okay, found a spot. Found a spot. It's back to green, which is quite cool. So let's get into what we were going to talk about this morning, which is about activity. Now, activity is just moving, getting the blood flowing. It's not huffing and puffing. It's not killing yourself exercising. So again, if you have any thoughts on activity, what you believe is the best. Oh, let me turn that down. Let me get into it. So there's 10 things I wanted to go through when it comes to activity. Now, let me know what is that stops you from being active or being more active. Okay, what is it that stops you from literally getting out of bed on a cold morning? What is it that stops you from eating something you know you probably shouldn't eat? What is it? Let us know in the comment section. Not being active like they should be. Okay, just that's crazy. That's crazy in my opinion. Absolutely crazy. So, what are your thoughts on that? Is lack of time really something that people can use as an excuse, or is it just, yeah, like I've said, stupid, to put it mildly? Okay, no clear plan. Now, this is a really common discussion that a lot of personal trainers and coaches, teachers, they have, because a lot of people are not active because they simply don't put it into their plans. Like, they plan their day. They plan to wake up at a certain time, they plan to have a shower, they plan to get dressed, they plan to drop off the kids, they plan to maybe go to the gym, or they plan to do something else. And when they don't have a clear plan, they don't have a purpose or a reason to do it. So they're like, oh, you know, I'll get when I've got time. Again, go back to time. I'll do it when I've got time. But the truth of it means is that if you don't plan it, you don't normally do it, because it doesn't see it as a priority again. So there's no clear plan. If you have a plan in place to say, I need to do this kind of activity, for example, I need to do X amount of steps, I need to do this kind of stretching or something like that, when you put it into a plan, and then you can make that plan of why you're also doing it. You know, you're doing it because You're trying to get fitter, healthier. You're trying to reduce your medical costs, because if you get sick, you've got to pay for medical. If you not only pay for medical, but you're also taking time off work, so you're losing money from that as well. And so it's really important that you put a clear plan in place. So you plan when you're going to go for a walk in the morning, or do a stretch, or go to the gym, or go play some sports, or go for a swim, or kayak, or whatever it is you're going to do. Put a clear plan in place. This is your activity in order for your brain to function better, so you get oxygen to your brain, you get blood flow through the body, your heart rate lifts, so your metabolic rate lifts as well. So put it into your plan. That's why activity is so important, and that the hashtag movement is medicine is out there for exactly that reason. Oh, I do apologize. I do need to try and fix this internet. I'm not too sure. So let me know your thoughts. That's of our top 10 on activity excuses people use, and how to I'm trying to debunk as well. Okay, low motivation, hard to start. That's another excuse people say, I'm motivated. And I've had this thing for years where I was like, and I think that's kind of bull. To put it as this internet up and down. Alright, look, let's come back again. Hopefully it's clear again. It's back in it. Back in it. Yo. There we go, it's back in it. Ho, 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 ho. Let me move over here. Let me move this side. This is the good thing about having a portable and a movable setup. As I said, it's a development, it's a work in progress. She sat here the other day, elite show. Let me show you the park. Great park out here. Anyway, going back, low motivation. Low motivation is when you don't have a clear pathway or do something, right? So example being, you're low motivated because you understand something, the reason why, your purpose. Motivation, you're not motivated. It's usually one, because you're alone. If you're not motivated, you're like, okay, no one's watching, let me just yay. Tell you what, I'm gonna have to go back to this chair. I know, I'm gonna have to repeat it. Backside of the this. So I'll repeat that because I think on today. It's a tough one. Mr. Internet does not want to work. Interesting. No, keep trying. I keep trying. Okay. Frames are dropping. You're bearing with us. Internet closer to this big flash building. 10 reasons people aren't active or don't get active. Oh. Fingers crossed. I think we're coming back into some good internet. It's just one of those things that happens. Let me put that up here. Take 2 steps in one direction, take 2 steps in another, and this is what happens. It's up and down. Anyway, let me carry on with it. So motivation's one. Let me put on my notes. We'll get in the other. So low motivation. So the fix that is have a purpose, all right, or find people that do the things that you enjoy also. So if you enjoy literally walking, swimming, playing volleyball, cycling, find people that are doing exactly the same thing. Get involved with them, and people that are doing it at your level or doing it slightly above your abilities, and that will help you get motivated because you become accountable and you have a purpose because there's people you can socialize with. Okay. Decision fatigue, that's number 4. So decision fatigue is you've got too many options. You think, should I do this, should I do that, what do I feel like, what am I going to do? It's like when the menu is too big and you don't know what you want to order, and you're like, oh, don't worry, just give me this. Decision fatigue. So literally the best way to start getting active anyway is just to pick the one thing. I'm going to try volleyball this week. I'm going to try hiking. I'm going to try yoga, Pilates. I'm going to try just eating better. All right, that's the first step. It's not about literally going hard, too big, too soon. Just pick a simple menu, the one thing. Okay, decision fatigue. Number 5. Let us know your thoughts. Remember, chuck it in the comment section. Put it into the social media. Take a video. Share your thoughts on it. Where you sit with it. Love to hear everyone's thoughts. Okay. Number 5, social connection. Yeah, this is a big one. I think everyone's going to battle with this one at one point or another because of, people don't go to the gym because they've got to be fit before they go to the gym. They want to play the sport because when they play the sport, they might be the worst at it. And so it's really important, especially now, to find spaces that people are the same level as you. It's not the easiest, and it's going to be a bit of trial and error. But at the end of the day, you probably are going to be judged, which is the horrible thing. I'm just trying to be honest about this. And so the thing is, okay, but it doesn't mean you give up, or there's other ways to get into it to start off with. Like, if you want to learn how to play volleyball and you have no idea, that there's so many things online, just watching volleyball on TV or video or YouTube, then maybe learning about the rules, the understanding of the game, doing things like that. Like, when you have knowledge is power, in my opinion, again. So by having some kind of knowledge about what you're going to do is a good way to, let me change this. It's just a good way to get involved in something, because then you don't feel out of place and you're definitely not going to feel judged. So when it comes to that side, judgment is about understanding and knowledge. So learn about a bit of knowledge. Okay. Costs. Yes, costs is a big one. Costs is a funny one, because for me, cost is like, people say like, I can't afford the gym, or I can't afford the food, or I can't, those are the big 2 really. I can't afford to go to an event. Well, the biggest issue being there is that really you nearly can't afford not to, because the cost of, example being, the cost of like being sick is far greater. Like, that's the actual truth of it. When you're sick, it costs you a lot. It costs you medical bills, it costs you sick days, it costs you, sit down, like, it costs you all the time. So when you say, I can't afford the gym, I can't afford the activity, compare it on the macro, on the larger scale of things, you cannot afford not to do something, because it's going to cost you later on otherwise. It's about getting a true understanding. It's like tracking. When you track your macros, when you track things properly, you get a clear understanding, like actually how much protein, carbohydrates, fats in my body. So when you track your financials on what it, without medical bills, and then with medical bills, you'll find that really you can afford it. it's free to go and do squats, it's free to do push-ups, it's free to lunge. Like literally, it's free. So it's free to walk. So you can't say that cost is a barrier for you to be active or fit or healthy, right? So we talk about there's 6 things right there. Again, put your comments in the comment section, share your opinions on your thoughts on that. We got 4 to go. Inconsistent routine, builds momentum, habits. Inconsistent routine, and that kind of goes back to the planning. So we don't really need to cover this one again, but inconsistency comes from when maybe it's a change of lifestyle, change of job, change of family, change of relationship status. When those kind of things happen, you break habits. Like you're into something you normally do, or let's say you go to a sports club and that stops, like it closes down, or the gym closes down. People get stuck, and not stuck, that's the wrong word. People get into a space where they're so used to doing it a certain way that if it's not that way, they think it's the be all and end all. When my thought process is, the place I go to is just this vehicle of today. Like I'll squat somewhere, I'll train anywhere, I'll run somewhere. I run for running. I don't run because it's this park. I mean, might like a park more. I might like like basketball. I might like playing basketball at a court that I enjoy because of the atmosphere or the people. But if that's not there, it doesn't mean I won't go play basketball somewhere else. It's the act of throwing the ball that I enjoy more. So when you get that into the mindset of that it's the one that loves to walk. In fact, I had this yesterday. The man who loves the moment will always go further than the person who loves the end. Like a marathon. Someone that's just trying to run to get to the end of the marathon, they won't get as far as someone who's just loves the act of running, the one step in front of the other type of thing. So that's going to help you with beating the inconsistent routine. It gets you into a better routine, it gets you into better movement, it gets you into the passion of the action and not the result. Low confidence, fear of judgment. Yeah, I talked about this before with social connection. Same kind of thing. Low confidence, like it's like when you start a new task or a new job, when you start, daunting, because you're learning, you're not skilled in it. Always people are going to judge, and it's how you want to affect your life, in my opinion. So like everyone goes through exactly the same thing. So someone that judges you is literally a hypocrite because they sucked at it too. Simple as that, right? So to get through something, knowledge is power again. In today's world, you can jump on YouTube, you can jump on magazines, articles, and you can learn about like TV and learn about anything. So the lack of confidence will just simply will dissipate when you have knowledge of something. So maybe you're not as skilled on something, but if you learn and understand, example, weightlifting. So if you don't know anything about weightlifting, you can learn it before you actually attempt it, right? You learn the theoretical side. Just when you go to school, you learn the theoretical side. It's a common thing. Maybe we should do like this. So when it comes to judgment, think knowledge. I need to get the theoretical side, and then when I have a basic good confidence in the theoretical, I'm now going to apply the practical. I just like to say, who cares what people think? Why should their opinion dictate your life? That's another one. So 2 more to go. Lack of accountability. No one notices if they skip. Yeah, this is the huge one. So accountability, you need to be accountable to someone. Accountability, in my opinion, means it's accountable to yourself. So first of all, if you're accountable to yourself, like again, if you have that purpose, that direction, that understanding, the purpose of you of doing something, you become accountable to you. Like for me, doing a 8 o'clock show, for a good example, I'm accountable to myself, and then I'm also making myself accountable to you, the viewer, the person listening, the person watching, the person involved. Because I could simply not do this, but because I enjoy the thought of people coming together to help people solve problems. So I'm accountable to myself, and I'm accountable to you to make sure that at 8 o'clock on weekdays, we show up, I show up, and we start getting this ball rolling for a media space. So be accountable to yourself, because what do you want in your life? If it brings you joy, if it brings you pleasure, if it's a purpose for you, be accountable. And if you struggle, because most people do, if you struggle to be accountable to yourself, be accountable to someone else to begin with. That's why people get personal trainers or coaches, or they go to social groups to run, or they play sports, because they feel accountable because someone can see them and someone judge them if they don't show up. So I think be accountable to yourself first and then go from there. It's like mixing this up, so I'm just going to show you another shot. The last one, number 10, the 10 things, the reason we don't get active, what stops us getting active, the 10 reasons, excuses we use. Too tired mentally to initiate activity. Whew, this is a big one. I think personally this is the hardest one for people to overcome. When it comes to, that's a big one. Like, there's no real straightforward answer, because mental overload, stress. The funny thing is, we put the stress on ourselves because ultimately we choose to be in a situation. We choose to do the job we do, live with the person we live with, eat the foods we eat. Like, mental stresses come from our own choices, and yet we seem to, as a whole, as humanity, we seem to blame other people for it. Like, I'm not that fit person, so I'm not going to eat healthy. I don't look like them, so why should I eat healthy? I'm okay now, so I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. It doesn't affect me. And it's like, there's some people out there that you can lead the horse to water, you cannot force them to drink, right? You can tell people, like, this is the benefits of activity, this is why you should be healthy, but ultimately they need to feel it, how it benefits them. They need to feel that there's a purpose of why it will benefit or improve their way of life. And when it comes to mental overload, it's literally, we make our own choices because we want to take this path of least resistance, or we see things too hard, like in the too hard basket. If we do it, we'll get sore if I go to the gym. I'll be cold if I step outside in winter. I'll be judged if I don't look a certain way that others look, And so a lot of mental overload stress comes from that. And then you talk about the job, it's because people go like, my job's my priority, my work's my priority because I need money to pay for the relationship, the kids, something like that, which is true. But it's not about the instant. It's about, if you think about this over a year, okay, you're in your job, cool. Could you make the choice to potentially find other jobs over the next year that will give you a better lifestyle? I mean, we're only here for a short time, so why not enjoy life? Why not do things that you enjoy more than anything else? If it brings you pleasure to serve the family, of course, do that. But it doesn't have to be right now. So mental overload, if you're in that space, that one is about the choices we're making, and then making a choice to eventually, not immediately, but eventually move into a space that we're not mentally overloaded, so that we can make better choices, we can enjoy life more, and have a better environment around us to remove it. So anyway, that's my take on it. These are my top 10, so I'm going to run back through them again. Yes, I have notes, of course I have notes. Lack of time, no clear plan. So let's give a quick solution. If you lack time, simply it's because you choose other priorities. So start to build in new priorities to be able to put time in to be active. No clear plan. So put a plan together, not necessarily to go to the gym or spend hours doing something, to go for a 5-minute walk, to do a 5-minute step outside, to have a glass of water, to start adding in one thing at a time, small thing, so you can start something else and you'll plan something more. That's the best way to solve it. Low motivation planning what makes you happy, because that will help start with the motivation, and talk to someone else, because by telling someone else you become accountable to you. They can help motivate you and give you a little more oomph or push. Decision fatigue. Yeah, find one thing. Just remember, like if when you were younger, what was the one thing you enjoyed? Start doing a little bit of that. You know, showing up to a volleyball court. You don't have to play. If you enjoy volleyball, just go down and have a look. Go look. No commitment. Just take a look, and that can help you with the motivation. Decision fatigue. Start with one. Make it small. Make it easy. Something you know you can do. Like again, like going down to volleyball and having a look. There's no commitment. It's just simple and easy. Pull this back up here. Decision fatigue. No social connections. That's the worst excuse ever. Jump online, YouTube, internet. There is a ton of things that you can find as far as social connection. Walk into a popular space or a space that has minimal people. That's how you start getting social connections. Or work on the actual skill set of just say hello. Hello. Even if there's no response. I've done that many times. I go to places, I'll go running, and as I'm running, I'll say hello to strangers. No reason, just hello. It makes it feel a little happier, and at the end of the day, it's just a social connection. I always have this game, how many people will actually say back, and normally it's about 2 or 3 out of 10 will say hello back. It's quite amazing actually. Depends where you are, but anyway. No social connection. Cost concerns. Yeah, definitely. The cost of medical versus the cost of healthy living, or just the addition of from a non-healthy food to a healthy food. Thousands on medical. Inconsistent routine. So again, plan to put these things into your day. Start off early. Meditation. Start with something so easy. You can make it in early as well, so it's done, it's out of the way. You don't have to worry about life. And it'll start to grow after that. Low confidence, fear of judgment. Yeah, again, just from there, it's just learning. And that's where we can start to engage and give you to increase your confidence as well. Fine for people, FFP, that's what it stands for. Lack of accountability. You're now accountable to us as here, as a community, to be active. Every community is about having people around that are like-minded. That's what they're there for. They're there to encourage you, to support you, to help you be better, to help you improve the life that you want to live. So, accountable, you're now accountable with us, not for us, at us, to us. And mental overload, it's about making better decisions for you. Like mental overload, decision for you. If it's stressing you out, it's not good for you. If you're in a space where you're mentally overloaded, that's not good for you. So it needs to be about making choices to remove yourself from that situation, the relationship, the job, the lack of motivation, the lack of discipline. Okay? Start your day by understanding, like, if you want to relieve stress, what is stress? It's a buildup of cortisone in the body. It's a chemical, right? Exercise helps to relieve stress. Water, drinking water, helps to relieve stress. Like simple things like this. Eating healthy food, taking acidic foods out of your diet helps us to function better. Right? Meditation, yoga, being in nature, being outdoors helps to lower cortisone in the body. That's some of the first things that you can do. Breathe. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Slowly, 4 seconds in. So if you're thinking about mental overload, stopping you from being active. Start with the simple thing of breath. Start with the simple thing of just moving the body, stretching. Here we go. Yeah, I've just been active. Yay, great. We'll sit down. We do, bro. Yes, we do. We tend to put things into our lives. We feel like we've got to do everything, and it's really it's a decision we've made. So I'm making choices. Anyway, that's my top 10. So what is your top 10? What's your opinion on why people aren't active? Do you agree with these? Do you disagree with some of them? Some of them, all of them, completely up to you. It is the weekend. It is Friday here in the United Arab Emirates. In Junior World Cup in Fujairah at the Martial Arts Club there. Hopefully we can get some information about that one. Follow FFP Travels, alright, on our socials. Remember, weekdays we're going to be here at 8 AM, around 8 AM. We're going to be here at 8 AM. Next week I've planned things. We're going to have different themes, and we're going to have a couple of giveaways next week as well. So very, very cool. So we're going to add into the show, build it for 2026. And if you've got any within the show, then let us know as well. So much love to you. Stay active, stay healthy, make the right decisions. If you need to, reach out to us in the comments section and connect with us as well. But have a healthy, active weekend, guys.
Ready for the world's greatest adventure, wellness and unforgettable adventures. Each destination will be under the spotlight. 10 days of activations, events, challenges, and your chance to connect with life. The tour is led by the Chief Adventure Officer, who will sharing the best experiences along the way. The CAO to connect with the people and inspire their city. Want to get involved? Simply register or remember on our website or tag FFP Travels when posting content of the places you visit and the people you meet. It's that easy. This is more than just a tour.